Hello, YouTube family. I hope all is well and everyone's been taking care of themselves. I know I have for myself. Today I wanted to talk to y'all about something very simple, quick, but it applied to my life, so I guess I figured it could apply to some of y'all's. But the title of the video: Learn to Heal Before You Hurt. Lots of times in today's society, when we do go through a breakup or something rough, we kind of try and find somebody to cling to or to attach to help us, feel better. This might look like, you're going through the final stages of your relationship and you found one friend who sees that you're kind of emotionally going through it, and they're the opposite gender, so they're there for you and they support you. But in the midst of that going on, you slowly start to catch feelings for them without realizing, and you honestly don't really like them for real. It's just a coping mechanism. So now you've hurt somebody else in the process of trying to heal yourself. But here we're going to be talking about healing before you hurt, because it's inevitable to happen. But if you could possibly stop yourself before it happens. But one of the worst things we do to ourselves in today's society is seek healing from another person instead of healing ourselves. Like I said, so it's like right after a breakup or a relationship, we go to talk to the other gender about the relationship to use them, to heal that fresh wound. When what we should do is lean into God and listen to Him and allow Him to hand us our understanding and healing. Many of us search and search, but fail to realize we can search for that man or that woman. However, God is going to send that man or that woman. He's going to send that husband or that wife. It's not something that you can, walk this path and discover on your own. When you try to discover it, you kind of spoil the plot. I was talking to somebody yesterday that made a very valid point. They don't want to force the universe, or they don't want to mess up the universe's decisions. And I thought that was very cool. I was like, huh, that's one way to think about it. I like that. So, but yeah, the fact that we take it upon ourselves, to lean on our own understanding and act surprised whenever things go left, it's pretty foolish. It doesn't make a lot of sense. What we should do is once again learn ourselves and understand who we are as humans, and how we are, before trying to leave that burden on your next partner to figure out. I personally had to figure out. It's okay to be sensitive as a male. I think it's a good thing to know who you are, but I can be very sensitive, especially if I'm vulnerable. Like if I'm open to being vulnerable to you, I'm probably gonna be a little sensitive. So I feel like that's a good thing to know, though. I feel like a lot of people who don't know that, they don't know it, and their partners don't know it, so it comes as a surprise whenever it does occur. Versus if you know it and you own it, it's completely different. We all are our own souls, and you can't rely on somebody else to fix your own or fix yours. Many men and women ask, what do people bring to the table? However, 9 times out of 10, the person asking that only brings like nice materialistic stuff, and they're probably a shitty person. 9 times out of 10, I'm just saying. Because when you act that, even asking that question, like, what do you bring to the table? Like, what you mean? I bring me. Like, and I should be more than enough. Why does what I have matter? Like, the goal with getting with someone is to grow and evolve. So whatever you already have, it shouldn't matter no way, because you should only be able to bring yourself. So I personally do think that's pretty dumb. And like I said, what they have is monetary and materialistic. So that isn't even someone you'd want to be around in the first place. You, like I said, you yourself should be more than enough. And if you've established yourself and love yourself, you'll be more than enough. We must love ourselves before we can try and pour into others. Yeah, you can't put in what you don't have. You know what I'm saying? You can't put it on a bottle and you don't have any money to put in. So the same goes with a relationship. You can't pour into anybody if you don't. Yeah, speaking of bottles, you can't pour into anybody if you don't have any substance to pour. So you have to work on yourself before that happens. But yeah, then we spend years in harming other people trying to think that they can solve our problems when our answers come from within. I did this all my life. I literally just got out of a relationship again, and one thing I don't want to do is use my handsome face and my charming personality to get some other young woman to take her pants off. Like, I don't care about that. I feel like that's damaging and damning. I've done it before. It's not nice to ruin someone else's life by your own selfish desires. So I personally am done walking that path. It's a very low vibrational activity, and sex is something that's sacred. It's pretty much like a very intricate, detailed dance that only a few people genuinely know how to do flawlessly. But that's why there's so many accidents on the dance floor, because there's a lot of people trying to participate in something that they know they're not very good at, but they have the opportunity to participate, so they choose to do it anyway, when they should be sitting out. Many people don't understand that even our parents, whether we admit it or not, they play a crucial role in how we see love as well. since kids, that was your example on how adults adult themselves conduct themselves. How adults adult themselves. How adults conduct themselves in all situations, the heat of the moment, a disagreement, etc. So when we grow up, and sometimes if we let those behaviors go unchecked unconsciously, you're gonna mimic the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? So always pour into yourself. I can always make a separate video about what that looks like or what that is. But I can also give y'all 3 tips on how I pour into myself. My first one is journaling. I always write my thoughts down. I think it is very, very important. A lot of times people are in a funk or are bothered and don't know why because they haven't gotten the opportunity to process it. I think personally with journaling, that eliminates the brain fog and creates the bridge of understanding and allows you to articulate how you feel to certain people and accept how you feel. So that's one of my biggest ones. And also, you don't always have time to vent or call a friend. Sometimes all you have is a pen and some paper, so just write it down. Like Theo Vaughn says, sometimes if I gotta say it that bad, I just write it down. My number 2 is solo dates or solo activities. One thing I've started to do a lot is just take myself out to eat or do things that I enjoy solely alone. It's a good time to do some writing and a lot of self-reflecting. It sounds weird, but genuinely it gives me a lot of clarity and understanding. That way I understand the value of quality time whenever I am spending it with someone else. And I'm just not on my phone. I'm not in my head. I know what this time is supposed to be spent doing because I've spent a lot of it by myself. So I don't have time to. I'm not using this time to understand how to use it. You know what I'm saying? I've already used it, so I know what I'm doing. And I know how to share that same experience. Yep, as well as being present in the moment. That's the most important thing. A lot of people, they're not present in the moment because you've been on this too much. It is that goddamn phone. If you put that thing down, you'd be able to be more present. Your presence. Your present will be a present instead of the past being a burden or your present being a burden. And then lastly, it's the most common one, but it's the gym. It is my number one non-negotiable, absolutely no matter what. It helps you build habits outside of it. You'll learn to be committed to the hard things in life, and you'll fall in love with self-growth and progression because you unconsciously do it every single day. Not everything has to be about the women. You don't have to do this to get the women to look at you. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The same way men have social anxiety, women have it too. Women probably have it worse. I'm not trying to be sexist or anything. I'm just being honest. Like 9 times out of 10, if you see an attractive woman, you're gonna have to go up to her. She's probably not gonna come up to you. So once you instill that confidence and you build it, it'll be a lot easier. However, do not go on this path or this journey solely for the ladies because they'll take all your energy, and that's the most important thing you can have other than time. But yeah, the lady that's nothing but a distraction anyway. And as someone who's walked down that path and slept with lots of women, it's nothing shy of degrading. I honestly feel the same as the opposite sex with that. As far as giving my body up, I keep it to myself. Yeah, you have to be very selective to who you give your body with. It's not something that you can do with everybody. It's disgusting to have everybody have access to you in that type of sense. But those are my 3 ways I pour into myself. Yes, back to the main topic. It is very important to heal before you hurt. Hurt people. But if hurt people healed before they hurt somebody else, then healed people would be healing people. So we can always change that. However, I thank y'all for watching. It's pretty short, but thanks. Y'all take care and have a blessed rest of your day.